I didn't happy going for the brazen plant. No forward position, no forward movement from the player over towards Carb, which is Carrigan. Creeping up now with Jacob through Highway. They know an AWP is in play. There's a smoke down on Carrigan. Could use it to stifle these players. It has been deployed, but so is he. Deployed into space. Now it's Jacob versus Happy. Happy around the smoke. He wouldn't have it any other way. Has he been spotted though? Jacob hunting through the smoke, but he can't quite find the correct angle. And he might not have time to do this. Waiting for it to dissipate. He's shooting everywhere except for Happy. Going for a smoke of his own. Is he going to go for the point blank defuse? Happy with the no-scope. Oh boy, that was crazy.
There's so much craziness between these two teams. Can't help but love it. And with this situation here on the money for FaZe, of course they're going to have to bring out the pistols. The pistols, we got interesting times ahead, I think, because last time we got the pistols, James, Rain made a 4K and almost... and well, they actually did win the round. They actually won the round off of that. Not such a good start, though, this time for poor Ali.
Are we going to see a pop flash push through this B hall? It seems that we might do. There we go. NBK's going to get taken down. There was a T nearby just a few seconds ago towards the B area, but not anymore. Kenny's holding the angle, though. And the bomb still being left on the floor for the moment. Minute 20, so EnVy, you're not going to be forced to make a mistake just yet. Carrigan will be exposed, repositioning. That means a split in a very horrible fashion towards the A site, but Apex gets taken down as well. Kenny and Sixer heading towards A, and they'll clean Rain out, but they know AZ, oh, down goes the bomb as well. This is a mess.
Yeah, there's a real opportunity here. And it's very surprising to me that Rain didn't even get a kill there. Oh, but it still doesn't even matter. Rain didn't need to get a frag. Jacob comes in with a very nice peek. And now Happy has to worry about door. He's got to worry about main. Which player peeks first and when? And will they connect their shots? This is quite the conundrum, the predicament that Happy finds himself in at the moment. And he's going to try to cross for the bomb. Jacob. Oh, man. What a beautiful shot from him. A second one, in fact, with the Deagle. And FaZe, that's the second force buy they've won.
Yeah, this is getting insane between these two sides. This is the second of two maps between these two teams. 7-6, not much between the sides on this map either. EnVy have gone for the force by themselves. They've been trading rounds now for pretty much 4 rounds. And we'll see if it continues. Tech9 puts Happy in a very great position with the flashbang as well. That is a monstrous start. 2 players down for EnVy, where 4 of the players had pistols. What is the response from FaZe?
I would be raging. That's my response if I was in their shoes. But Rain can perhaps make a difference, but maybe not. Get shut down. And this, if this round stands to be 4 or 5 players surviving for EnVyUs and they pick up guns, I mean, okay, so at the end of the half, so the economic impact isn't really that big actually. But if this was earlier, it would be ridiculous. And let's see if AZ and Alu can do something here. AZ is going to be able to pick off Happy. But just full-on Predator mode here for EnVyUs, looking for these saving players from FaZe. Alu's in a position which is unlikely to be discovered, and if it is, he's going to have a big advantage, I feel, in any engagement. No, I don't think anyone's really going to be coming near his position, so he should be fine here. But he saves a UMP, so can't be too happy about that. His team won't be celebrating because he saved a UMP. But he just saved some nades as well.
God flashbang over towards B from EnVy. Right then, let's see if FaZe can trade rounds one final time in the first half of Cash. Yeah, the money, well, it's just a turn of favor.
Yeah, it is indeed. Sometimes one flash can win you around.
We'll see if it can do the same for FaZe. Kenny moving quickly into A main. Happy quickly molotoving people from any pre-fire, well, any usual angles towards B. And it seems EnVy not going to allow FaZe an opportunity to trade once again. Just playing a fast round at the moment. Fast rotation coming in though from FaZe, but again, they are ill-equipped. And the numbers are not in their favor either.
Yeah, it's not a good look. That is for certain. EnVyUs looking to really try to take not a significant, but a decisive edge moving into the second half with potentially that 9-6. All they have to do is close down this A bomb site where all 3 remaining players for FaZe currently stand. There is the first, second, and the third almost simultaneously. And there you go. EnVyUs with the 9-6 scoreline. That's a great start for them, I would say, as they move into their CT side. And it didn't play a part in this round, James, but we saw Happy, self-molotoving into, the checkers area and so on and so forth. This is something that I feel like we take for granted a little bit after we saw, as you say, you referenced that insane overtime match we had in Asia, where we didn't see anything like that. Basically.
Yeah, I mean, there were a lot of holes in that match.
Where to begin? Where do I begin?
Of Cash, yeah, but I mean, it's so simple to do. But if you go back to FaZe when I used to play Inferno, and you'd always have, I'll come back to it later actually, because there's a pistol run to be had here. We've got a play lot of both sides. I don't believe that the CTs have spotted the bomb just yet, but they're running out of eyes with which to do it with. 3 players all spread out across A, mid, and B. So there are problems ahead for Envy, but it is a pistol run. One individual performance can turn the tide of events.
Yeah, the tide can always turn in a pistol round, no matter the situation. And EnVyUs, they're gonna hear lots of stuff going on here. Apex hears all the jumping, or the jump. Oh, what is this? Throwing stuff through the opening, testing, see if it's booby trapped. It's not booby trapped, but there is Apex lurking around. Doesn't get anything though. Happy might be the man to do it, but he's flashed. The flash was good. Happy though somehow still makes a quick frag. Can't get anything else though, but he's done his job. Leaves Sixer in a 1 versus 2, but again a very winnable situation. Then the bomb is in vision. It's down. Jacob looks to go for the cross. He gets the perfect timing for the pickup of the bomb as Sixer was reloading, and now Sixer's in for the 1 versus 2.
Jacob's planted it for his teammate Carrigan as well. So Jacob can watch the right-hand side while Carrigan covers the left. We'll see if Sixer can identify this. He seems to have no idea where the second player is, but I have to assume he's either in that tight corner or towards main. Trying to bait out a player, but indeed it's just about trust. They need to trust each other. Jacob can raise the alarm now. You can see Sixer looking for a trade fragger. Very smart stuff, but it was too difficult. It was a Reuben sandwich, and he was the Reuben. FaZe with a crucial pistol round. A much-needed pistol round in the second half. They have won both pistols now. So let's see if they can make it to 9 rounds on the board. That would be quite telling as to how the buy rounds have gone for them so far.
Very slow starts here for EnVyUs because they are playing very passively, just waiting to receive the push from FaZe. And where will it be? That's the big question. They don't really have any way to find out just yet. Although Apex will move close to A main, they don't have any flashbangs to flash them into these corners. There's a single smoke, and that's going to be dropped perhaps at the first sign of any action, which would be pretty nice. There's a flash. Actually, will he drop the smoke? He is blind. He's got the angle still. Could drop the smoke. He does, and he's going to hold on to it. Very interesting there from Apex. I'm curious when he's going to finally decide to drop that one. Now, FaZe, I feel like they're surely going to go for the A play regardless. They're playing so passively. But they've only got a single Molotov, which is a problem. They're going for a mid boost actually as well.
FaZe's got to be fearing these pistols at this point. After the first half, life is très difficile. Jacob holding an angle towards B. Carrigan's on his way to join him, and AZ's going to start the proceedings towards middle. That wall of smokes, as was done to them, they will do to their opponent. Sixer in a nasty spot with the deagle. We've seen what Nico can do from this position, but he can't do much more. Down goes Sixer. Kenny on the site. There we go. 1 tap for him. Patiently looking for the second one, but he won't get anything there. Happy coming through the smoke. But where there's smoke, there's often Happy, and FaZe will wait for him to emerge.
So it's going to be a tough situation right now for EnVyUs to kind of be able to break FaZe, his economy and so on. This should be, the next few rounds should be heavily dictated by FaZe being on the T side, being the team with economic control. So it will be interesting to see whether EnVyUs are like, well, we're just going to play reactively, or whether they will try to take some risks, because you can do that, and they're looking to take one here. Obviously, they have pistols, so it's not really a big risk. They expect to die, but maybe they can get some players taken down alongside them. But no, it's going to go very well for FaZe, and the round's basically over at this point. Just Happy left. It's only a matter of time till he starts running.
Yeah, that's a fantastic start for the FaZe side. Maybe he's been told off then, because it's 1 versus 5 with the P250.
Yeah,
and he is taking a garden stroll. Although it could be because they realized that Alu is heavily tagged, because he was quite exposed by the lockers there, but they didn't manage to kill him. So if Happy can do it, then at least his P250 will pay for itself. $300 for $300.
They do need the pressure onto FaZe's economy. They can't allow them to have 5 players left alive.
They must have seen him.
I guess so.
They must have seen an elbow.
So 9-9, things all tied up here, whereas it's anyone's. But the AWP comes out for Kenny, and something that we haven't really seen too much of. We didn't see it so much on the T side, but now he's picked it up, and I'm excited. He's got no Kevlar though, so he's a bit of a nudist at the moment. He's got a single flashbang as well, so not much utility to work with. And here comes a quick push here from EnVyUs. Start things off, start proceedings off, and they start off. Well, I was going to say well because they get the frag, but in reality, the 4 versus 4, it's not so well. It's going to force EnVyUs to take more risks because they can't just sit back on a 4 versus 4.
So standard clearing of checkers from FaZe towards B bomb site, which is great because it makes life very risky for the CT side towards B and can often pull a rotation, as you see Sixer moving over there to help Kenny, who's stuck on the site now. Before he moved there, when he was smoked off the angle, he jumped on the boxes on the site. So just have a jump peek into Toxic, see if anybody's there. Jacob, your angle was not good enough. Kenny still on the site, 6 on the low ground now, 2 kills for him. 6 is just going to clean everybody out while Kenny admires the boxes on the site. So that works out swimmingly for EnVy, although I think most of the time that should be a little bit more difficult to hold, but great racking up of frags there by Sixer.
Yeah, I didn't really expect that either. I was ready for Kenny S to give us a dazzling display, but it was he's just an observer. An observer in that case, and perhaps we'll get some more action here. I mean, again, as you mentioned, we got the initial pressure coming in onto B with all the... Just one player able to take checkers by himself, and that's what you like to see. That's what you need to do. You've got to pressure the CTs, you've got to force the CTs back off checkers. That way they have less information about what's going on, and they don't know how many players are coming into B storage. And you can toss Molotovs onto the bomb site itself if you have a teammate to come and help you get the frag later. So many options if you just get that one guy into checkers. And Jacob's been good at that, and this time we're going to see AZ back into mid. He's, again, quite good at these solo plays. And once again, a bit of extra ground gain for FaZe, but also lost because he's gone back out of mid. Interesting.
Yeah, and the harassment towards B will keep the rotation long for the CT side, and indeed they are rotating immediately, or at least Kenny is. 3 players down towards A, and maybe he'll have to stop in his tracks, and indeed he has. Straight back towards the B bomb site. Nicely done by FaZe. And again, it's really cool they give EnVy evidence of behavior with the last round grenades in towards B, and then they do it again to give them evidence of habits. So they'll keep 2 CTs there to punish that habit, but no, FaZe are headed elsewhere.
They certainly are. Yeah, they're doing a great job actually. I think didn't they survive the last round with 5 players as well? I think they've been doing well on the survivals.
Who?
FaZe.
EnVy won the last round.
You know, FaZe. Is there not a round where FaZe won with 5 players?
The round before that they did,
the round before that one, yeah. So that really adds up. And we'll have to see what the impact of that is going to be. And EnVyUs, they're going to be able to... Are they going to be able to hold on? Yes, they can hold on to those guns. So the choice now is to... Are they going to force buy behind it? I would always like to see it just because I think there's so much value keeping the pressure on. But they might be able to keep the pressure on, but still have a buy next round by making some cool plays with the guns that they've saved. And actually, we will see a few pistols bought, but just a few pistols, no Kevlar, no grenades really, just a flash here or there, just to make some basic plays to see if they can get a few kills and pressure FaZe.
Carrigan over towards Squeaky. No fun for Kenny S. And maybe because of that harassment over towards B, and again those smokes and flashes and Molotovs, rendering him useless over there. He has been rotated in towards the middle area. Apex now has taken his position towards B. Playing around the vents, playing in the vents in fact. So he can support his teammate as well. FaZe taking it very patiently indeed. Carrigan starting to harass towards A. See the smoke going down for quad. Kenny on the high ground now. Are they going to commit to this though? The bomb is still in a passive position. It could be a fake here from the C side, unless they have some success.
This is looking not too shabby, actually, from a positional standpoint. There's every opportunity to get some kills on the board. Apex drops out of the vents. Oh, he can't quite find Alu. Down to 10 HP, but no finishing shots. NBK is going to come in. He needs a quick snap, but he will be the one that is snapped by Rain, and that's an 11-10 scoreline. FaZe are actually, I feel like, looking really good for this game of cash at the moment. They got some great economy behind them. They're finding, like, the great thing again for FaZe is that it feels like they're very, very capable of making plays individually to open up spots on the map to give themselves all these options and fragging opportunities. That I feel like that gives me confidence in their chances to win this map.
Yeah, they're keeping ENVY guessing, which is a big problem. And indeed, now we've got Jacob going back to suggest that same behavior, but who knows if it's true or false. Maybe NBK will find out with this boost position. You have to wonder when he's going to come into play. For now, we've got Sixer again over towards the B bomb site. And Kenny is back over towards B as well, but this time with an M4. So ENVY trying all kinds of different approaches on their CT side. Now it's a 1-2-2. Previously it was a 2-1-2. And before that it was a 2-2-1. Something eventually will surely work. By the way, if you have a HE grenade on the T side or a CT side, just bouncing it immediately over the boost position, looking at using the ridge on the T warehouse, will often collide with a player, so it'll tell you if somebody's on the boost, or if they're about to boost, and it will do colossal damage as well.
Always nice. Ooh, we get some smokes down there onto the A-bomb site. EnVyUs putting their attention towards that, thinking the push is coming in, but no. FaZe switched things up, and they've, again, this is what we were talking about. Jacob, he had checkers control, which gives FaZe the ability to go back to B. They've got a guy, and he's basically got the site. Six is the only guy really that can stop anything happening here, but he's got a FAMAS. How much can he really do from that position? He's waiting for the first players to appear. Will he drop down? He's got teammates dropping down. He's waiting, biding his time. There he goes. Down for 2 kills. Sixer doing a great job there. And now Alu has to clutch against 2. He's got 10 seconds to plant the bomb. This is not a good situation here if you're the Finn. And he will die by Apex's hands. EnVyUs, they claim back around finally, but they only survive with 2 players.
And FaZe have the money to bring the pressure straight back to the CT side. The full buy coming in. Alu on the AWP once again. Still no AWP on the CT side. NBK down to the FAMAS as well. So life is not spectacular for ENVY at the moment. They have a reasonable amount of grenades. 2 players on the defuse kit. Now let's see. Early smokes into T warehouse by the CT side. Carrigan making sure there's no squeaky push coming in at the moment. Again, we're back to the 2-1-2 with Apex now in the middle area once again, and Jacob doing the usual grenades, very annoying grenades, because it makes it really hard for the CTs to defend checkers, and if they don't have anybody there, I mean, you can often take checkers as one person on the T side, and then that just causes problems for the CT side. You're not really seeing retakes of checkers at the moment, the way cash is going once these smokes have been deployed. And it does give you a lot of information. So ENVY going for a gamble now. Apex moving towards A. So a 3-0-2 setup at the moment. And it's still time for FaZe to use this middle control.
This is where it gets dangerous. If you have no eyes on mid, an AWPer from T side is snuck into mid, it gets very problematic. But somehow, actually, Apex picks off the kill onto Alu. So the AWPer has been defused. Very important. Oh, another peek comes in from Apex, using those barrels. Apex loving those barrels, but maybe not the forklift there as Rain gets the frag. And EnVyUs still looking good despite that. And the pressure comes in onto B. Just raw aim battles, 1 versus 1s. And AZ takes them both down. It looks so good for EnVyUs, but now they have to go for the 2 versus 3 retake to B.
Rain is in a position to move towards mid, and you do wonder if NBK is going to be headed that way. He's picked up an AWP. He's moving along mid, though, and Rain may engage him. Meanwhile, there it is. Rain takes NBK down. Meanwhile, the action is still towards B. Happy makes his way onto the site. Where's the bomb planted? Oh, it's planted for the vents area. There's surely no way you can defuse this. Trying to draw players up by using the smoke, and indeed there's Jacob, gets himself to 1 versus 1. Is he willing to go for the defuse now? The flashbang, oh, I like it from Happy. Is it enough? 1 HP. It won't be on this occasion, but respect the attempt.
Yeah, if he hits that, if that flashbang actually connects properly, he wins the round. That's a great play, isn't it? Oh,
it's nicely done. Yeah, I was going to go back to this. Alu was taking a risk, essentially. He knows his body will be exposed to somebody playing the forklift position, but he's going to hold the angle towards NBK on this occasion, towards quad, sorry. On this occasion, it's not going to work out for him. There was also the option to put the smoke up towards the top of short there, but that can be the time and goal dependent. So now FaZe are just going for a straight B play with 5 players, but it seems Envy has read this immediately because they're rotating the entire team there, although it is an eco as well.
Yeah, because ECS did the jump, actually. He saw them setting up the nades from Sunroom. That was actually really awesome. And Sixer, Sixer comes in with the CZ. He gets 1. His teammates are going down, but there's opportunity here with this CZ. Unfortunately, he's got no one to work with, but Sixer is just doing everything he can. What is this? 3 kills from him. That, it may not win them the round, but it is pretty amazing to see that happen.
Yeah, he got a lot more out of that CZ than one would expect. Normally, very nice stuff. And again, Alu, he was the first man on the site, and he did not check the corner, which is also a problem. And it caused a lot of damage to be done to his team, despite the round win. 13-11, the double eco, or the eco rather, from Envy. I'm not sure if that was a force buy or an eco in the previous round, but the eco here nonetheless. So now we've got the play into A, and it's picked up the bomb and another, no, just the 1 kill. Rainen holding things down. Got 4 HP, needs to back off, does not want that AK to be collected. Alu's in for support now.
Yeah, Sixer is doing work with a CZ. Killed the player, got Rain down to 4 HP. It is indeed quite scary, as you say, but Jacob comes in for the wrap, and he's going to clean house, leaving just Happy. Nice off angle, but he can't capitalize. Gets a dink, but not any damage, real damage done. FaZe win the round, 14-11. And again, it did look to me like FaZe are very confident on these T-sides. They've been having great T-sides. I really like what I've been seeing from them. But EnVyUs are giving them a bit of a struggle here. The AWP comes out again for ECS. The difference has to be made in this round for EnVyUs.
1-2-2 set up now. NBK there for support with Apex in the middle area. And again, it's Jacob towards B on his own. But we might see some aggression from the CT side, so he's got to be careful. The smoke may put a stop to that. ECS going to be slowing down, and oh no. Sixer is behind the box now. Like, I do similar grenades towards B, but I always throw a HE grenade off the wall behind the box. So if anybody's in a forward position, they get blown up. Although he's rotated elsewhere now, Sixer may see this because he's still towards B. Distraction being run, Apex being traded, however. So distraction only good for a few seconds. ECS picked off towards A. There are still 2 CTs here, but the trades continue. Yeah,
chaotic situation here. EnVyUs in with the chance, but the players are very far away. Jacob finds himself a great position. Happy was not expecting that at that moment. Oh, the trade comes in. Oh, how does Jacob win that fight against Sixer? I have no idea. Either way, it's 15-11. So with this situation here for EnVyUs, with no money at all, one can only expect the craziest of risks. I mean, will we see them just sit back? I don't think that's going to be the case. And FaZe are probably going to read that situation the same. I would expect to see a slow round here from FaZe. Oh, that's glorious, isn't it, James?
That is quite exquisite. It's shiny. It's nice. What do Envy do? Just oh.
Nope. Oh my goodness. Alu, please.
Oh man. I think you might be right, Dan. Alu is a much better fit for FaZe because it's just more dynamic. He can just do more in more situations.
He's a really smart Counter-Strike player. The university is very good at reading the game. And I think that's such a benefit to have in your AWPer because it allows him to understand how to best position himself because he can read everything that's happening on the map. Very important skill.
Yeah, that was nice stuff indeed by FaZe, getting their own back on Envy with that 16-11. Man, FaZe, well, Alu, the timing. I love those timing frags. Always good stuff. So, I mean, what did you think of that overall, in brief?
In brief, it was awesome to see that FaZe have all these individual plays to open up the map and that they can play in the mid-round from what their players have done on B, on mid, and so on and so forth. So I think EnVyUs could have done a lot better at battling that and exploiting it. But overall, FaZe had more depth than I expected, and they deserved the win.
Right, let's have a look at the frags from that game while we make our way over there.